word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem outside and shall not find it.
Right, just like I said, my people will be willing in the day of their wrath, right? Well, it's going to be too damn late by the time people are running and trying to find the prophet. I remember they used to be over there. No, they tore that down already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, they used to buy them that Dollar General. Oh, no, they tore that down. Now there's apartment buildings and blah, blah, blah. Oh, they used to be X, Y, and Z. Oh, no, they stopped going there years ago. No, yeah, you guys lost track because you thought it was a game. You thought you could put us on watch later, and then you forget on the playlist. You know what I'm saying? And you did that in real life. So now you're like, well, when I really see it shaking up, I'm going to know they're right here. No, we're going to be up out of there.
That's Terry.
Yeah.
They Terry to turn to Yahweh Bashem outside.
Yep. And that's perfect because go back to the idea of 55-6 again. Okay. You start at the top.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Badash, Rakadom. The honors to my elders and apostles, great millstone. Salutations to the occupant of four corners, which is truth and sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. This is Itazawam coming back with another generous for the knowledge through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the name of the only begotten Son. Yahweh, excuse me, Yahweh in the Hebrew meaning He is, and Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew meaning He delivers. Those are the true names we want to call upon these last days for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, the mysteries, the parables, the dark sentences, and most importantly, the prophecies of the book. Okay? And as well as calling upon the names of the Heavenly Father and His Son for protection and deliverance. Okay, those names give us access to salvation. Right? Here it is. We are in the close to the end of the world. Well, we are at the end of the world. So why wouldn't the Lord, give us His name? Because the end time prophecies, as we call them, are fulfilled with death and destruction. Okay? We're leaving out of Egypt again. So the children of Israel received the name of Yahweh in Exodus 3 before we got delivered, so they can call upon the God, the power who delivered them. Why would He give us His name after the deliverance? We have to get the name before the deliverance so we can call on the name to be delivered. With no further ado, I want to get into this lesson. All right. I may add the video in the beginning, or I may add it now.
The word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem outside and shall not find it.
Right, just like I said, my people will be willing in the day of their wrath, right? Well, it's going to be too damn late by the time people are running and trying to find the prophet. I remember they used to be over there. No, they tore that down already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, they used to buy them that Dollar General. Oh, no, they tore that down. Now there's apartment buildings and blah, blah, blah. Oh, they used to be X, Y, and Z. Oh, no, they stopped going there years ago. No, yeah, you guys lost track because you thought it was a game. You thought you could put us on watch later, and then you forget on the playlist. You know what I'm saying? And you did that in real life. So now you're like, well, when I really see it shaking up, I'm going to know they're right here. No, we're going to be up out of there.
That's Terry.
Yeah.
They Terry to turn to Yahweh Bashem outside.
Yep. And that's perfect because go back to the idea of 55-6 again. Okay. You start at the top.
Okay. As you can see the title, you can't treat this truth like a watch later. Okay? And I got that from one of the brothers out in Indianapolis. I was checking those bros out earlier today. All right, early this morning. It's about almost 5 o'clock now. I was checking those bros out early this morning, you know. And one of the brothers said, you can't treat this truth, you know, like a YouTube video where you could just put, you know, watch later and you will get back to it. You know, and if anybody have put videos on watch later, be honest, how many times did you double back and actually watch it later? You know, I'll speak for myself. It's rare that I do watch it later. But the point is, and the brothers were speaking about, you know, that famine of the word which is coming. See, you got to get this truth immediately. You got to get this truth now. Okay? You have to get the knowledge and understanding now. You have to build up your faith now before the destruction comes. Okay? And this is why a lot of you Israelites is going to be in as the scripture says, a pitiful case. And let me get that in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Look at the time, 444. Dawadi Yahweh Shem Shah. Well, on my clock it say 444, and then something's wrong with my computer. It says negative 40 degrees right now, but it's 4444, so 4 4s. So that's mercy. See, what's happening right now is mercy before the doors close. See, that all is spiritual. What's happening right now is mercy before the doors close. So since I said 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, we're gonna get that. All right, I'm gonna get right to the point. Let me pull it up. Which I already have it on deck. I got precepts on deck. So, and I left my apocrypha at the house, so that's why I got this tablet. But this is 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, and the 9th verse, and it says, "Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and that they have cast them away despitefully, shall dwell in torments." You see? So it's talking about the 2/3 that did not want to take heed to this truth. Then shall they be in what? A pitiful case. All right? You're going to be in a very you people are going to get humble. Okay? You people are going to get humble. A lot of you guys are proud. Alright, especially Black, Latino, Native Americans. You niggas is proud as hell in captivity, man. You think you know something. Here it is. You are walking in front of the prophets of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, the power of the world, the universe. And they're giving you a message. And you think you can just brush it aside. Here it is, we're telling you, alright? We're telling you that the Lord is on his way to return, and there's going to be a lot of hell to pay for the wickedness of Israel. So if you don't want to get caught up in that wave, your best bet is to convert. Alright? Get with this truth. You know? Have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, understand the prophecies. And if the lot falls upon you that you are able to teach, then that's what you're supposed to do. But see, those that don't take heed to the warning, all right, those that don't take heed to the warning, they're going to get caught up with the sword. Okay? See, the Lord set up his watchmen, Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, all right, where he says to warn them from me. What are we being warned of? What are we warning of? We're warning of the second coming of the Lord, but within the second coming of the Lord, there's going to be destruction, all right, judgments that are going to go on. And that right there lets you know that the Lord is on his way back, because there's going to be series of prophecies that have to take place. All right. Well, when you go into the first verse, it says, he answered then and said, the 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, excuse me, when I see part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understandest that it is the very same time wherein the highest will visit the world which he made. Okay? So, when you measure in the time, we're seeing the prophecy clock, so to speak. Alright, we're waiting on this prophecy. That's a sign. We see this happening in the earth. That's another sign. Okay? And it's going to give you some signs, which would be verse 4. Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the beginning. Spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So, a big scale of earthquakes going on in the world. Uproars of the people. And uproars of the people goes hand in hand with a lot of things. You have sedition. You have insurrection. Okay? You have civil unrest. Alright? There's going to be a lot of various things that's going to be happening that the world is going to begin to complain about. Like the scripture says in Proverbs, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So people are in the mourning stages right now because of the condition of the world. Okay? The world is going to shit. You're finding out that your governments are a bunch of pedos. You see? You're finding out that you've been being tricked with taxes. You've been tricked with what you call that shit that them goofies go to get the downgrade, the degrees and shit. You find out that all that's a lie. The American dream has been a farce. You know, a lot of police brutality. All right, they're finding out that the two wings, the Democrat and Republican Party, are really not for your best interest. People are finding out the secrets of Babylon. You see? So people are mourning. Remember back in 2009 and 10, you had the 1% versus the 99%. You see? So the people in the world is mourning. Alright? Those are part of the signs that we were told to look out for. Uproars of the people. Commotions. Look at all these what do you call those things? Marchings. Alright? The protests against Narrow 47, the protests against the pedos and off, the protests against this and that. Every other goddamn weekend, maybe like 3 years ago, there was some type of protest going on. Those are uproars of the people. Those are part of the signs. And the prophets are letting you know that, when we start to see these things, just know, the Lord is on his way back. So be vigilant, be circumspect, so on and so forth. Come to this truth ultimately. Believe in the names of Yahweh, who is the Heavenly Father, and His Son Yahushua. Pray to those names. Okay? But those that say, the hell with y'all, conspiracy theories, ain't no concentration camps, ain't no mark of the beast and chip and all that. Well, when that day come, as the scripture says, you're going to be in a pitiful case. Okay? You people are about to get home. Okay? You know who you have pity for? You have pity for the bums that be in the middle of the street asking for quarters. And you have a little pity on them. Oh man, you fucked up out here. I'll give you $1 or $2. You people are finna be fucked up out here. Let me go to, let's read a little bit more. So remember, you can't treat this message like I'll watch it later. I'll deal with that when I'm good and ready. All right? If you have that mentality, you lose it. If you have that mentality that mentality is a destructible mentality, saying that you're going to wait to serve the Lord, wait to come to this truth. Which ultimately, if you understand, he didn't have an ear, let him hear. You can't just come. The Lord has to draw you. And the elect is the elect, and the 2/3 is the 2/3. You see? But these videos are to keep our hands clean. You see? Because we're telling you that the sword is coming. All right? So, let's go back to verse 9 where I was at. It says, then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, the ways of the Lord, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. So there's a consequence that's going to happen to those that push away this truth. It says, for such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. You see? You see the benefits. All right? Which is what? The bullshit that Esau gives you to pacify you. You know, child support, the goddamn goodness. What is it? EBT, food share, you know, Section 8, housing, you know, 501c3s. See, you churches is comfortable, you know, tax exempt, you get money. All right, so you're getting benefits in this world. All right, well, those benefits is gonna be, those benefits is gonna be something that's gonna turn against you, because you've been dependent on it, and then Esau's gonna strip it away from you. You know, they say, and they that have loathed my law, what's the law? All right, it's talking about the entirety of the scriptures. The prophecies, you loathed it, you hated it. You hated the men of the Lord speaking about the destruction to come. You guys are evil, you guys hate. You loathe the law, you loathe the Bible. All right? It says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty. See? You guys got liberty right now. You can go out when you want to go out. You can get in your funky ass car. You can go to work. You can commit adultery. You see? You can go to clubs. You can go to parties. You can get on trips. You can meet celebrities. You ain't locked in. But see, a locking in is finna come. Esau, the scriptures speak about how he marked the steps. He's that leper. Yeah, that police state. He's finna cut all that shit. You had liberty. All right? You can do whatever the fuck you want in Babylon the Great. So when we give a message like this, this message is totally contrary to your day-to-day life. You see? You at liberty right now because guess what? We still have YouTube. Guess what? There's no occupying these streets where we can't get to the locations to camp. There's going to be a time where you're not going to be able to see the prophets on the highways and hedges. And the bros was going in on that about the famine of the word. There's a famine coming. Not of bread, not of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hell, we're going to be saddened when we can't go out on the highways and byways. I've been doing this for the last almost 17 years of my life, man. All right? It's a long time. Or is it 16? I think what year is it? 2026. So yeah, 2027 coming up into like I want to say like the spring, fall. All right, would be 7 years. So yep, well damn, this is we almost, well, we got 2 more months to be the middle of the year. So yeah, almost going on 17 years, but I'm 16 years in. Right? So my life has been going on the highways and byways, man. My life has been going on YouTube, seeing what brothers is putting up some heat. And when that get cut, yeah, the bro's gonna be a little sad, like damn, you know, it'll be a bittersweet. Because we love to do this. You know? Yeah, why would your stupid, goofy ass get in the lane like that? Dummy. And you gotta be a defense driver, man. You gotta be circumspect driving, man. You gotta look at that mirror, that mirror. I'm not used to looking at I am now, but driving semis, you just gotta look at these two side mirrors. But you gotta look at all these mirrors. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure you turn and look at your blind side. Because these motherfuckers can't drive, man. Don't forget, hey, that people be on pills and drunk, day drinking and shit. Especially Esau. Esau day drinks. Alright? Esau be on all type of antidepressants and shit. Then they go to the bar happy hour. Then they get their goofy ass on the fucking road, man. But anyways, man, it's lucky for that. But where was I at? I'm gonna put this down, man. I'm gonna keep it on the side of me. Yeah, that motherfucker threw me off with that dumbass shit he just did. But famine of the word is coming. Famine of the word is coming, man. Okay. Oh, that's where I was at. When we can't go out on the highways and byways, we will be, sad, and it'll be, bittersweet, But for you people who never cared about this truth, when things begin to happen, then you're gonna be running to the highways and byways. Then you're gonna want to run to the YouTube. And let's not get it twisted. Y'all gonna know exactly what street corner to go to. Y'all gonna know exactly what page to go to. Y'all gonna know exactly where it's at. Where we've been at for the last couple of years. Y'all gonna know exactly. And people gonna start popping up and showing up because they see these prophecies happening, and it's gonna be too late. Just like you guys that been in the camp and y'all wanna pop up at camp. You want to pop up at camp because you see shit getting crazy out here. Nah, stay over there. Alright? Stay the fuck over there. Wherever the fuck you at. The Lord ain't playing, man. You cannot put the Lord on watch later, man. Well, Ecclesiastes, Sirach 5. Is it 5? Let me check. Yep, Sirach 5 and 7. It's heavy traffic, so I'm only going like 10 miles an hour. Let me put it to the side though, because I can barely see it. Oh, there we go. It says, Ecclesiastes 5 and 7, it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. You see that? Don't delay, don't hesitate to turn to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. So let me read that again. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. You see that? Don't put this truth off. Put not off from day to day. Alright, or I'll get to it later. I'm gonna just save it in my YouTube watch later list, and I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow and never get back to it. Number one thing niggas say is, y'all gonna be out here next week, or what times will y'all be out here? What time y'all be out here? Yeah, we out here on Saturdays. Back then, shit, them long days, baby. We out here on Saturdays from 12 to 8. Shit, we got on that motherfucking 10 o'clock coach bus. Got out here to Milwaukee at 12. The last bus to go back was at 8:50. So we out here from 12 to 8. And you know what? When we tell people that, we see they black ass, but where they at? They on the other side of the street walking, trying to walk fast. Them niggas then forgot about what you said last week, just talking. Then you see us, and then you wanna mosey your goofy ass on the other side of the street. You know what I'm saying? Putting it off day to day, man. Don't put this truth off. Because you don't know when the Lord going to put that judgment out, man. You ain't going to know when them sirens get to start ringing, man. At any moment, we're in a time where any moment can be a T attack. Any moment a crisis can break out. Any moment where it can be some type of insurrection, some type of sedition. Any moment, man. We are in those days. We are in them times. All right? Give me a second. Okay, I can pick it up. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. In your security, man. Here it is, you didn't put it off, you didn't got a good job, you've been working overtime, checks looking good. You know what I'm saying? You taking trips. You fucking bitches. You know what I'm saying? You kicking it. You know? In your security. You just got a promotion. You know? You just got that break that you needed. In your security, man. See, Jake in captivities, history, Jake gets comfortable in captivity, man. Egypt, they got comfortable. Rome, they got comfortable. The Greek Empire, they got comfortable. The Babylonian Empire, niggas got comfortable. Ezekiel 11 said, this shall not be your cauldron. Micah said, this is not your place of rest. You see? Israelites be getting comfortable as hell, man. You know? But suddenly destruction will happen. At any moment, things can pop off. At any given moment, something can pop off, man. Just like 9/11, early in the morning. Change the world. Just like that, everybody's lives has changed. It could be a T attack. Now here we finna force this surveillance. Checkpoints. Where's your digital ID? You know? And then it's gonna go to where's your mark? That leopard that watching over the cities, man, that's Esau, that police state. And we warning you, we telling you. Alright? Ecclesiastes 12 speaks about, let's get that. Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. You see? The evil days have not came yet. You see? It says, in thy youth, which is meaning early before the destruction takes place. All right? You got to go seek the Lord early. Let me read that again. It says, remember now thou the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. See? Sound like a broken record, but the word the word evil in the Hebrew is rai, which means bad times. Where the bad days draw not. The bad times ain't here yet. We're in the beginning stages. The scriptures speak about the beginning of sorrows. It gives you a series of prophecies, right? And then it says These are the beginnings of sorrows. You see? So sorrows is coming. All right? Remember now the Creator. Remember Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You got to seek Him early. All right? And that's going out in the highways and byways and watching the prophets. That's sitting down with a notepad and a piece of paper. All right? And if you're watching on YouTube, taking your notes, you're supposed to go seek the Lord immediately. Seek Him now. All right? Or it's going to be too late. And remember Acts the 3rd chapter. I think it's Acts 3 and 23. And y'all know this is one of my favorites. I ain't brought this out in a little minute. Acts 3 23, straight to the point. And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people. So if you don't listen to the prophets, your destiny is destruction. And it can come in any form how do you say it? Any fashion, any type of way, put it like that. You see? The Lord can make judgment come in any various type of ways, man. While you bullshitting. You see? While you bullshitting. Acts 3 and 23 again. And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed among the people. So if you don't listen to your local prophet, all right, it's really a wrap for you. All right? So don't put the Lord on watch later. Don't put him on watch later, because destruction is happening now. Prophecies is actually going on right now as we speak. All right? And I'm going to end it off on there. What did I read? I read Ecclesiasticus. I read 2nd Esdras. That'll be it. I had Proverbs, but, you know, I'm going to beat a dead horse. You know, I'll just read. I wanted to read the entirety of it, but I'll just go to verse 28 real quick. It say, Acts, I'm going to read 25. Proverbs 1:25, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. The counsel is the matter of the Lord. The reproof is with correcting your ways, all right, before the Lord returns, if you want to receive it. I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. So the Lord is going to be mocking through us. We're going to be laughing when destruction happens to people that we know we spoke to. We're going to be laughing and mocking when people begin to start dropping dead. Why? Because it's the judgment of the Lord, and basically you said F Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. See, you think you saying the hell with us, but you really saying F the Most High. Okay? It says, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. Woo! And when distress and anguish cometh upon you. So people gonna be in a horrible situations, man. There's gonna be death out here. There's gonna be sicknesses out here. People ain't gonna know what's that? Richard Pryor. Which way is up? Jake ain't gonna know which way is up, man. You know? Instead of listening to the prophets, you ain't gonna know what the fuck is going on. That's why when we get withdrawn from the streets and from these videos, hey, you motherfuckers is on your own. If you haven't been reading, praying, fasting, studying, calling upon the name, you know, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work overnight. You got to build up that confidence and faith in the Lord. You got to go through some trials and tribulations, and the Lord deliver you out of those situations. So now you got more confidence and faith in the Lord. So how much more when things get a little bit more hectic? Then it gets a lot hectic. You know? And your ass gonna be through. It say, this is the point. Then shall they call upon me, and I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You see? So when that time is up, time is up. When the Lord said enough is enough, that's a wrap. When the YouTube get cut off and you can't be able to travel, can't go to the campsite no more, you know, there's going to be a wrap for you. All right? You loathed the law. You didn't seek the Lord early. You know? So, the best thing you're supposed to do is pray, fast, convert, and be healed. But 2/3 going to always be 2/3, and they're going to get destroyed. And that's it on that. So, Lord, will this edify to hopeful elect, all right, to the believers out there, all right. Shalom, and all praises, glory, honor goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachah, Kodash, Brakadam. Them honor to my elders and apostles, great millstones, so I taste that I can push the truth of sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. Shalom, and the Bible ball.
The word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashin outside, and shall not find it.
Right, just like I said, my people will be willing in the day of the wrath, right? Well, it's going to be too damn late by the time people are running and trying to find the prophet. I remember they used to be over there. No, they tore that down already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, they used to buy them that Dollar General. Oh, no, they tore that down. That was apartment buildings and blah, blah, blah. Oh, they used to be X, Y, and Z. Oh, no, they stopped going there years ago. No, yeah, you guys lost track because you thought it was a game. You thought you could put us on watch later, and then you forget on the playlist. You know what I'm saying? And you did that in real life. So now you're like, well, when I really see it shaking up, I'm going to know they're right here. No, we're going to be up out of there.
That's Terry.
Yeah.
They Terry to turn to Yahweh Bashin outside.
Yep. And that's perfect because go back to the Isaiah 55:6 again. Yeah. You start at the top. You're right.